I welcome you again to the continuation of my experience, of my testimony of how the Lord used his angels to discharge me from a foreign hospital. In part 3, I talked about how I finally left the hospital. And this is my journey down to the airport to catch a flight back home to Nigeria. If you remember, I had missed 2 flights. I've missed 2 flights. One was a no-show. One was a no-show. The second one, I called my flight attendant on time to tell her, look, I've been taken to another hospital and I will not be able to get on board that flight. And then the third one was when I got to the airport. I think they were asking for COVID. When I got to the airport, they were asking for a COVID document, which I didn't have. And I had to call my friend from Nigeria to get it for me. Before I was able to go around, remember, I'm still weak. I was not able to move normally. My movement was very slow. So by the time I moved around the airport, go from this place to the other, do this, do that, queue up, everybody too were, rushing, trying to meet up to get their documents to board the flight. Because I think without a COVID vaccine certificate or something, you will not be allowed to board the flight. So by the time I went around, I couldn't meet up with the third time they booked a flight for me. And at that point, I was frustrated again. I sat down on the floor and I wept. My friend kept telling me, don't worry, we'll get it, don't worry. I was frustrated. At this point, remember I talked about how my ex-husband called everybody to tell them that I was a mad person, and whatever I asked them, if I ask them for money, I'm asking them because I want to use the money. I want to scam them of the money that I'm asking for. Now remember, I didn't have any money with me. And already, I think the last transaction I did, I paid for no show. And I also paid to change the dates again. At that point, I didn't have enough and I was very, very weak. I was very, very weak. I was not able to, I knew that, look, I will not be able to. I was telling the Lord, I said, I don't know if I'll be able to get to Nigeria in one piece. I said, Lord, I don't know, because the way I'm feeling, I don't think I'll get home in one piece. In fact, at that point, I said I wanted to die. And the Lord reminded me again, which he told me in the first hospital, my prophets don't cry. So I now started calling again. I was calling my relations. I was calling my friends. I knew I wouldn't be able to sit on a normal flight. I won't be able to sit in the economy class because, economy class is narrow. I needed to lie down. I needed at least a business class or a first class if possible. So at that point, I was calling and saying, please, can they just send me money so I'll be able to send to my flight agent so that she can upgrade my flight for me. I forgot to add that